Hey guys, welcome back. It's your boy Sir Drinks a Lot. How you doing? Weirdo. Normally I'd send people walking, but this guy was like probably just doing his morning thing, and I'm judging him, but he was, I don't know, some people can walk and you're just like, oh, yeah. But like, people walk by your place and you're just like walking. You probably just got finished, like, might be the slow down on a run. Be a little judgy. Plus, like, okay, here's the thing that gets me is if you see somebody in obvious walking clothes or whatever, honestly, you can't really be in the mindset of somebody that seems to be bigger. There's a little lake near the house, a little man-made lake, and they've got the fountain. Because I live in rich. Money comes out my way, even if I live in a trailer. Hi. What the hell? There's no blowdown. Seems okay. Yeah. There's a lot of large houses going out in my area, and there's a big fountain, and it has lights at night, colored lights. There are also cows in the yard too. But no, it just seems like it's more like there's more of it. It's not as, it's bigger. It's spewing out bigger than I remember it being. Anyway, that being said. How are y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? Doing alright. Life lessons that I wish I had learned when I was younger. And a drink. Limited edition electric flash from Gatorade. That is the drink of choice. I mean, it's neat looking. I don't know why they completely covered the drink container. I mean, it's kind of a funky yellow color, but not like, I don't know. I think advertising like this, like the outer container being all flashy and everything, it matters to a certain extent, but it doesn't sell it to me. In fact, I almost avoided it until I saw the words limited edition. It's one of their mashups, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. Yeah. Oh my goodness. 200 calories is not bad. I'm guessing the sodium is going to be pretty high. But 300. Hold on. 380 milligrams of sodium. 48 grams of carbs. Not bad. Wait. 51 grams of carbs with 48 different sugars. There. We did it. Yeah, okay. I was talking about life lessons from the wolf. Things I should have done when I was younger that I didn't do. Though I have to say it wasn't, I don't know if it was as available as it is now. Michael Blay lens flare for you. Michael Bublé. I think, I'm trying to remember. The first time I heard Bublé was on a cruise. It turned to yellow just at a point where it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it through. When I was on a cruise, I think it was my, come on, brainy worky. Oh, come on, honeymoon, yeah, with my ex. Also, Psy's Gangnam Style. Psy had decided he wasn't going to do Gangnam Style anymore, and it was just like, it was a weird time. It was a weird time. It was a different time, as my friend Yuki will say. But she also uses that for like any time there's a different decision that needs to be made that you don't make, or when people used to do bad things or things that you don't do now. It was a different time. Okay, what I was gonna say is things that I would have done when I was younger. And like I said, a lot of things are different. It's kind of like there's a lot of horror movies that would have ended real quick if cell phones, mystery, murder mysteries and stuff would have not happened if people had cell phones or recording devices, stuff like that, back in the day. Back in the day, jingle jingle. So stocks. While I was kind of explained it, I wasn't pushed into it, or like I even knew people who had made money. Like there was this one kid who his parents gave him, like, he had a certain amount of money. He put it into the stock market and it did really well. And he was basically financially good. He could pretty much do whatever he needed. And I was just like, damn, must be nice. Asshole. You turn your turn signal on for like 2 blinks. You are something special there, buddy. But yeah, no, stocks. Just putting $20 in at a time, $10 in. Some stocks, like, you go for like the really low stocks and just keep adding to it and keep adding to it and keep adding to it. And you have to wait, though. It's a waiting game. Like, the amount of stocks you buy, the prices change, prices go up, prices go down. And the thing is, you're not buying for the amount, like, of the cost. You're buying the stock. You could buy a stock at like $2. It goes down to 50 cents. So you're like, well, it's really low. That means I've lost like $1.50, basically, right? Okay, no, you still have one stock. But if it's down at 50 cents, and you decide, you know what? I'm gonna spend $1 and get 2. So now you have 3. Well, stock goes back up to $1. You just made money. Or rather, the value of your stock has gone up above what you have paid. You put $1.50 in, you have $3, or it's worth $3. Double your money. And that's how stocks work. People are like, "Oh, I lost so much money in the stock market." Unless you sold the stocks, or the stocks totally became insolvent. I mean, is it solvent? What's the word? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I have a turn signal, but anyway. But yeah. So and people are like, "Oh, I don't have a disposable income." Like I said, 50 cents, $1. And just do that over time. Buy when it's low, and if it happens to go really high, but it's not a whole lot of money, sell it, and find something that's low and put it on that. Like, obviously you have to do more than just that. Come on, people, let's go. I don't have an arrow right now, and I have a green light though, so I need you to go. Okay? Just, where's my Stiefler? Anyway, so, goodness, I wish I'd have been pushed to do that more. And I was not in a financial household that pushed that ideal. It's not my family's fault or anything. It's my mom's fault anyway. My grandparents might have pushed me towards it, but they weren't less into stocks because my grandpa was a freaking doctor, so he didn't really. And they had stocks, but my grandmother had stocks, and that was kind of the thing. It was like, okay, that, and let's see, life lessons. Definitely the stocks thing was kind of something that. And the thing is that I'm also from a place of, like, some people, like, a lot of the younger generation move around a lot. The concept of buying a home or setting down roots is less, and that kind of brings me to, like, real estate. Like, putting in the amount it takes to, like, buy a house or pay for a house it's an ordeal. And there are companies out there that try to make it easier for you, but if you can buy property or get a house, like, fixing, like, especially like buying something that is a little bit worn down, that you can live there and also fix it up, get it looking really nice, then you sell it and then move into a different place, like house flipping, in a sense. Not that everybody said not everybody can do that. That's fine, but like getting real estate and then selling it. You know, it's like house flipping has made people a lot of money, you know. Oh, I need to take out the trash. I forgot to do that today. Anyway, there's a lot of things that there's like those two things. Not that I plan on buying property or anything, but like those two things were things that I wish I had known earlier. Also, by the way, you can go on a cruise. Lemon, limey, maybe a little bit of orange. It's not a bad flavor, but it's a bit more of like the lime, which I like. Their lime is good. The green, when it's the lime, the cucumber is a bit ridiculous. It's like their lime, but a little bit muted. I think there's orange in there, or at least the flavoring. It's not bad. Doesn't tell you though I can see. Thirst quencher, electric flash. Yeah, no, it doesn't tell you, but it's not bad. It's actually really good. I wouldn't mind drinking that on a regular basis. Actually, it's pretty decent. But yeah, the stocks thing is simple. And if you keeping it simple, like, you start doing it when the thing is like, it's easier now to just buy some stock, you know. but you are throwing your money at a certain thing. But if you're doing it for pennies every couple, every little here and there, it adds up, and it has a potential for growth. Versus, which I also suggest, they say like take like 20% of your paycheck and set it aside. Everybody's using like all their paycheck. Also, some people are like budgeting down to the penny, which is, I feel is I agree with it, but I also feel it's a bit dangerous. Whenever accidents come up, you are that, it wasn't in your budget. That wasn't in your plans. Then you have to redistribute, and then it makes it difficult, which is fine. That's like that shit happens, But like for me, I get down to like a certain amount of money in my account, and my brain goes, "You don't have any money," and then it's like I have like $500, or something, and it's like, you don't have any money. You can't spend any money, and like anything could happen. A car could break down. Gotta get a new set of tires or something. I've got this lady that I've been talking to. She's awesome. She's very, very cool. But she had to have most of her tires replaced recently. It's kind of sucked. Not, we're not, but she's awesome. Very, very cool. That's another thing. Like interpersonal relationships, trying to express yourself to somebody else, but after you've already had trauma. Very difficult to not only let people in, but also you don't want to worry about. You worry about expressing yourself and how they perceive it. So, but I had to replace the tires, and that was $600. And it's just like, oh my goodness, it's scary, to suddenly have like you're doing your business, paying off your bills, and all of a sudden, boom, $600 or $800, or depending on your vehicle. A lot of times they get rid of a couple of tires and replace two at a time, kind of thing. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, life lessons. Also, having a vehicle is important. I know it depends on where you're at, but I'm in a more rural area. And if you're in the city, it's different. Bikes, motorcycles, mini cars, and cars are an expense. Cars are a constant expense in some cases. Most cases, because you're having to put gas in them all the time. But not just that, but like oil and upkeep and stuff like that. But yeah, just that's my take right there. Is that like there's a lot of things you can do that you aren't really prepared for, and also like going and doing shit when you're younger. Like your brain is solely on like make the money, and so you get to the point where you're just like, I have to make money. That's what I do all the time. I just make the money and then I spend it all because I have to pay bills. Yeah. So, but I think some of those things might help a little bit. Doing stocks and looking into property. You're like, oh, these are big things. It's like the property thing, yes, that's kind of a big thing. But I think that if you can apply your money and your time a little bit, it can be potential to be very helpful. And you like when you're doing stocks, it's not like quick return. I had some stocks that started off at like $2, and for a whole year it had dropped down to like 50 to 40 cents. And I was so tempted to sell, because when it first went down, I thought, I'll buy a bit, and I bought a bit, but I had several hundred shares of the stock, and just recently it went up, and it's not quite where I originally bought the first 20 shares or something, but I have over the past year slowly acquired more shares at a ridiculous amount, and I had lost, it was showing me that I lost like a bit of money, but now I'm over by $200, and it may be going up higher, so I may be selling it soon, and I'll have a couple grand, which is nice, because that's not what I put into it. I will only have hopefully gained like a couple $100, or actually quite a bit, like maybe 6. But anyway, as always, I'm Mr. Drinkslot, and I'm wishing you health, wealth, and love with enough time and gusto to enjoy it all down to the last drop. Gatorade's limited edition Electric Flash Thirst Quencher is good. It's tasty. It's not overly powerful. A little sour, but not it's not overly sweet. But it's a good drink. If you like their lemon, like the light green one, very similar taste, but I think this has a bit of maybe a hint of orange in it. This gets a 4 and a 7 for me. I will probably drink this again if I see it. So, especially like Gatorade's one of those things where you can get like 2 for $4 or something, or whatever. It's usually a deal on those. So enjoy, and I hope you had a good time, and I hope that you and also just my advice. Doesn't mean do it. Just something that's kind of worked out for me a little bit, but not in greats. But all right, catch you later.